Best class setup, I highly recommend using the ASG shotgun. Spawn in on round 1 to activate the Rampage Inducer, turn on the amp units for power, take out the zombies until round 4, then turn it off, and then go to the quick revive right side, and there's going to be a clock on this area. Make sure you note the hour hand, and that is going to be your first digit of a 3-digit code. Then activate the second amp unit at Jug. There's a free little side Easter egg that gives you 100 points. Then go to the cafeteria and look for this card. That card is going to be your second number, and if it's an ace, your number is 1. Then go to the speed cola area, grab a shovel, and turn on the last amp unit. And if you want to, you could actually jump down and throw a grenade at this rock to allow you to actually breathe a little longer because of this oxygen tank. Then go back up to the pack punch lift, activate it, and now you're going to really want to grind. Make sure your weapon is green and get the dead wire attachment. And then once you have dead wire, go back to the pack punch, maybe even upgrade your weapon and go up the lift. Now you're going to see these power boxes. Shoot them all before you are timed during this. You can do this multiple times on the lift, and then go towards the second amp unit you were at, shoot these 2 power boxes, and then this room will unlock. And there's going to be a zombie here that you need to take out, and he will drop a fob. Now you want to take this fob over to the engineering area, and your last digit is going to be whatever number is on that sign. Now next to elemental pop, you're going to have a mutant injector. Place it into this machine at the room, and you have to activate 3 laptops. The first one's at quick revive, the second one is at stamina up, and the third one is next to deadshot. Once these 3 are activated, go back to the unit and just input a wrong code. Now there's a way you can do this with algebra legit, and I will have a link towards the way that you actually solve this algebra legit, but you can go to Peck for 5,000 points and he'll give you a code and it'll be on that screen. It's different every time. Once you input it, then go around and then you're able to pick up the injector. And now you're gonna have to get a boat. You can go and get a free one right where the pack punch is, and then you're gonna want to go towards the right side island where you should see a blue orb. Now place the injector below the orb and watch as the orb shoots a lightning bolt at a zombie, and you need to take out that zombie. Now make sure when you pick up this orb that the zombie drops that you have not many zombies, because you cannot sprint and you cannot regen health while you're holding this. And go to the orb, then do this twice and take out another zombie, and then the big orb will move, but make sure you pick up the injector again. And then after you picked up the injector, go to the bottom island and then go towards the green orb, place the injector, get 2 souls, bring them into the big orb, and again do the same thing. The green orb will then fly, pick up the injector, and then go towards the top left island, and then a purple orb should be there. Place the injector like the last time, and then you should get your last part for the wonder weapon, which you can build in that secret room. Now pick up the wonder weapon, and then what you're going to want to do is also make sure you focus on trials so you can get a lot of upgrades faster. And there's going to be a trap right next to the secret room where if you don't see a card underneath it, you have to shoot the wonder weapon above it. And if you don't see it, it's not the right one, but here is the right one. If you do see that card underneath the trap, shoot the wonder weapon at the trap and it should give you a hard drive. Now there's 3 spawns, 2 of them are at pack punch, 1 is obviously close by to the secret room. Place the card that you got back at spawn at Peck, then go back to the pack punch here and activate this boss, and then remember your 3-digit code. The first one's from the hour hand, the second one's from the card, and the third one is from the engineering room. Place in your code, click F on the valves, and now you're into the mid boss fight. It's basically just an amalgam. As long as you have a shotgun that's like what I have, purple rarity green, you should be alright. Then after the cutscene, jump off the bridge and grab the key card. Now the key card you're going to need to use and bring over towards the boat, and so this area is where the shipwreck is. Grab a boat, take out all the parasites. There's a lot of underwater crates there if you want to get some good loot. Go up here and grab one of the nodes. Now you're going to be in a lockdown, and if you have the wonder weapon, it's pretty easy. Just use the right click and slow them and then beam them. Take your boat and then bring your node towards this island. If you see the node is already there, it's the wrong island, but if it's not, then build the node. Now if you did not get that first area, the second area is just here right below the sea tower where you have to rebuild it. You'll notice if it's the right bit area if a lot of zombies start spawning. Then go back, grab the second node, and then go towards the ship, and the last area is right next to Speed Cola. Again, you cannot sprint with this, so make sure that you have no zombies nearby, and then build the last node, and you are almost at the boss fight. Now this is the part I really recommend you get set up, because you're going to want to either buy Casimir mechanisms or monkey bombs here. here. Then go towards the boat. Once you're ready and you have a lot of good stuff, like a really strong weapon, go to this buoy and then activate it with your little portal. Then the second buoy will also be there, and also make sure you grab the hacking device as well back from Peck before you do this. And then the last buoy should be there. Hack all of the buoys and then go back towards the inside, and you are now doing a nuke step where you're going to go towards a door, and you have to protect yourself while doing this. So you can use the wonder weapon to slow down the zombies, you can run around, but make sure you activate all of the nukes. And then once it's done, there's 3 more, and again, you're timed, and if you fail this, you fail. The other one is on the right side. There's 2 nukes on the bottom and then 1 nuke at the top. Again, jump in the water if you need to. And the last one is right here next to the purple vest. This is why I recommend monkey bombs or Casimir's, because if you just throw one, you can just finish it. And then the boss fight is right next to Melee Macchiato. Like I said, highly recommend you fully upgrade the shotgun, or at least fully upgrade the Beam Smasher, because it's really good. And then the boss fight, shoot it, start it, and then you're going to want to shoot the red little bulb that's either on one of the shoulders. Again, the shotgun is so good. You can use the Beam Smasher, but I recommend it more for the enemies. And so this is phase 1. Maybe just run around, make sure you don't get hit by his main tentacle attack. And I recommend bringing in max ammos, you know, Perkaholic if you're about to die, you know, anything that's really going to help you in the long run. Idolize is also great for that nuke step as well. And then so once you're done the first phase, he will go away, and then you have to take out a couple of zombies, and then he'll come back and be cracked. And now his critical spot that you have to shoot is right inside his mouth. But make sure you do not go near towards his tentacles, because he will absolutely wreck you. Make sure you also hide behind this white box, and also the other side has a orange generator. If you do get hit by his attack, you're not going to have enough health to live if you don't have armor. And then once you're done that phase 2 at half of his health, you're then going to have to shoot the spores on his top tentacles. And once you're done the top tentacles, I really recommend just running around and making sure that you stay away from the zombies, as they're very powerful, and they can also drop ammo if you are out of ammo. And so once you shoot both of the tentacles, you're now going to get an amalgam. He's on his last phase, phase 4, and you're going to want to slow this amalgam down, because he can actually take you out with this, because the boss is going to come back as a blue state, and he's going to have a wipe attack. So the crit point now is shooting the top of his head where his eyes are. And so I'd really recommend making sure you always have armor. Slow down the amalgam if you can, because these zombies literally just can't respawn. Shoot his eyes, and you're gonna see sometimes that he might even do a charge attack. If you see an orb above him, just really lay into his eyes, and you can actually fully take him out. But if you're not able to avoid it in time like this, then literally just run like how I do and jump off the deck, and you'll be totally fine. And then make sure as well, the boss is blocking off the area, so make sure that you go back towards the side, shoot him as well, and then you have now beaten Terminus. Now obviously, just like with the Liberty Falls Easter egg, it will ask you to continue playing or exit. And if you do decide to continue, you're going to get a ton of amazing rewards, like a ray gun, a rarity tool, and whatnot. So I'd highly recommend this, and also you get all the perks as well.